So it's day one of Vlogmas. Wow, I'm just almost ready to go to work. So the hair is done. It's a no makeup day. It's just moisturizer today. My skin is really dry at the moment. My lips are really dry at the moment. I know a lot of that is down to having the heating on again, isn't it? And it's also down to not drinking enough water because I don't tend to. I've got my new jacket on. Well, it's new since we had our little trip to Cornwall. I picked it up in Weirdfish, and Weirdfish is a new brand to me. I never saw it in Ireland. I don't know if it's there. But I really like their stuff. And I tend to buy a jacket for winter. I don't tend to make one. This one is padded and it's really cute because it's got orange lining on the inside, and I like the fact that it's got a pattern all over it. It's lovely, and it's got one of those zips that you can open a bit at the bottom so you can get in and out of the car easily. Yeah, and I really like it. Got it on sale, so that was even better. I've got my scarf this morning that I bought recently. It doesn't go with the jacket, but there you go. It's really lovely and cozy. Get the hair out. So the poor cats were not impressed this morning with opening an advent calendar. Maybe it's just too much. It's just not morning girls this morning. So I've got my lunch in my bag. I've got my coffee. I've still, Noreen, if you're watching this, your coffee cup is still on the go. That goes with me to work every day, and it's really handy because the lid stays on. I can pop it into the handbag and it doesn't spill over or anything. And even if it tips over, it doesn't spill. So I'm actually driving to work this morning and it's literally just up the street. Bye-bye. Have a good day. So I'm in the shop, and the first thing I have to do when I come in on a Monday morning is tidy up what I've left behind from doing the live on a Sunday evening. So there is my little wheelie thing. So I put my, oh there it is, I put my Mac computer there, and if I'm doing an Instagram live as well at the same time, I will put my phone there. So that's there. And if you're used to watching me doing the live on a Sunday and I say to you, oh sorry about the noise, and it's because it's on wheels. So yeah, it's really handy. Big shiny moisturized face this morning. So I generally have to put patterns away, so I've gathered up patterns. And yesterday evening I was kind of all over the shop doing the live, so I've left some fabrics here, so I need to put all of them away. We got a delivery of cardboard boxes in on Friday, and they are for the next subscription box. That was kind of handy yesterday evening because it was like a little stand for my fabrics. So I'm just going to put everything back now and have the shop pretty tidy for when the girls come in. Monday and Tuesday we don't expect to have the shop very tidy because we don't have people in, so we're only open on Thursdays and Fridays every week. And on Thursday and Friday the shop is lovely and tidy because it's open to the public. Whereas on Monday and Tuesday I tend to try and get my deliveries in Mondays and Tuesdays. They either come in the front door or the back door. Some drivers come to either door. So generally on Monday and Tuesdays we're picking orders that have come in. There's deliveries in. They're normally here at the front of the shop. Sometimes it is like an obstacle course to get around. We don't tend to get many deliveries now in December though, because yeah, the deliveries are, well, they're done. Everything new is here at this point. So yeah, I'm going to get a little bit tidied up and kind of get ready for the day. So it's a little bit of a mess here. These are quite big bowls to be kind of showing off yesterday evening. So I try to put things down where I don't have to lift them too much. Normally we will have a little bit of a plan where Jason will do a lot of the lifting for me, but he is unfortunately suffering with pains in his shoulders at the moment. So age and wear and tear is about it, isn't it? I put mine down to being a short person and always having to stretch. So We put these elastic bands on all the fabrics just to hold them in kind of place, so it makes things easier to keep a bit tidier. So yeah, we had these lovely ones yesterday evening. Jason was putting the elastic bands back on as well yesterday evening. So he tends to kind of tidy up around me, which is great. So it's good teamwork. And then we've got a couple of patterns to put away. Not too much carnage this morning, which is pretty good. Ooh, it's a bleaky one there, but look at our lovely flowers. So pretty. Oh, they are just a welcome sight when I put up the blinds on these kind of murky mornings. How are the girly whirlies? Is it time for foodies? So I am in my sewing room, which doubles up as the spare bedroom, and I'm going to do a little bit of sewing this evening. I'm obviously, I've got my little helper, Wanda, who as soon as I come home, she's following, and her most favourite place in the world to sit is on the ironing board. In fact, so most nights she actually sleeps on the ironing board. So we had a really busy day at work today. I did a little bit of footage, so there is a bit of footage to slot in, but we were kind of under pressure today to get things done and get packages out, because we had our what went viral scarf on sale or to purchase last week, and it just flew. The orders just flew in, and we were determined to get the scarves to fly out. So they all left the nest today, if we're on the mode of talking about flights and things. Left the nest today, so bless all of the Royal Mail postmen today, because the rain and the wind was horrendous today. Delivery after delivery today, nothing big, nothing really. Mostly myself and Jason's online purchases came in today. A couple of Black Friday deals and a few bits that we need for the weekend. So this is an unusual week for us, really. So you were during Vlogmas, if you're normally used to watching us, we usually go on holiday in December, because we just feel the need for a bit of winter sun, and we look forward to it every year. But this year is a little bit different, because we are not getting winter sun this year. We are going to Ireland this year, and the reason we're going to Ireland this year is my niece is getting married. So we have a wedding to go to. So today, of course, is day one of Vlogmas. That means it's the first. It's Monday, which it's actually really nice that it's landed on a Monday, I think. That kind of works in my brain. And on Thursday, we are flying to Ireland to go to my niece's wedding on Saturday. So funnily enough, just before I started recording this video, I had a phone call from the hotel or the castle we're staying in, because my niece is getting married in Kilronan castle in the west of Ireland, and you know, other than going to this wedding, I would never get the chance to stay in a castle. So we have a night booked in the castle, obviously, on the night of her wedding, and we just had a phone call there to confirm that we were coming, so that was quite nice. So yeah, really looking forward to that. So this is going to be my first time home to Ireland since my move, and I moved in the end of March 24. So yeah, it's been a while, and to be honest, only for the wedding I probably wouldn't be getting to go home. So it is a good, yeah, it's a good thing really, because I don't know why, but it just always, there's always something, isn't there? There was a couple of months this year where I thought, yeah, I'm definitely going to book a couple of days to get home in October. And then yeah, there was other things. We went away from Jason's birthday and things like that. And November then we had the advent calendars going on. So yeah, I think for next year I'm going to pinpoint and just book some time off to do my trips. So yeah, we're flying on Thursday. We've got a wedding on Saturday, and just kind of peeking out here behind my head is the dress I'm going to wear to the wedding. And naturally, in Andrea style, it's not fully finished, but it will be finished. I am one of those people that if I make something too early, I'll be looking at it and I'll be trying it on, and I probably won't like it by the time I get to wear it. So I just work better with making something not last minute. Like, I don't want to be sewing some of this on Thursday before we go, but I tend to make things last minute because I have such an assortment of lovely fabrics to choose from, and I have such an assortment of patterns, and I always want to try something a bit different, and I always want to do this and that and the other. And then wait until I show you the dress. Like, it's a pattern that I've made I think 4 times already. So I feel slightly boring in making my favourite dress, but again, if it's not broken, why fix it? And I feel really comfy in this particular dress, and I've worn it to anything that I kind of feel I need to dress up to go to, and yeah, I always feel really nice in it. I've got an itchy nose now. Itchy nose is that somebody talking about you, or is that me telling lies? But I'm not telling lies, honestly. So dress is made almost, a few little alterations, and I'll tell you the alterations, which sounds really weird having had it made 4 times already. And I'm also making a jacket, and I say making because that's only kind of half made, but I've made I won't call it a toile, but I've made a practice jacket, and now I'm making the actual jacket. So I've actually got a full jacket I can wear for other things, and I've got a jacket to wear with the dress. So this is my dress, and it is the Seasons of East Summer in New York dress, because I love that dress. And it is made in a fabric that's not in my shop, but I bought it in New York. I have to do the maths. We went for Jason's birthday a number of years ago, because we always go away on my birthday, we always go away on Jason's birthday, and we always go away in December. We are such routine people. So we went to New York because we fancy going somewhere a little bit different, and we met a lovely lady there, Mary, who I had been chatting to on Instagram. She's originally from Dublin, and it was just so lovely to get the chance to meet her, and she came to Mood with us, and that's where I bought this fabric. Now, I bought quite a few pieces of fabric, and this is the first one that I've used, that I've cut into. So 1, 2, I have them 3 years actually, because I'm going back in time and what birthday it was of Jason's. It's a beautiful viscose crepe, and there's a little bit of stretch in it. It's quite a heavy fabric, and this is why I need to make the alterations. So when I've made this before, I've made it out of different viscoses which were quite light, and this one is heavy. And so it's really interesting, isn't it, that when you make a toile, you need to make it in a fabric that's very close to what you're going to make your actual dress in, because I've made 3, if not 3, no, I've made 3 viscose ones, and they've been lighter weight, and this one came out completely different. So this is quite a heavy viscose, and as I say, with the stretch. I should have really sized down, but to be honest, I really would not have even thought about doing that, because the other 3 just fit me perfectly. So because this one is heavy, the seam here is falling down much lower than I wanted, so I have taken up just the center of it. It's just, I've done a kind of a quick alteration that I'm going to do like absolutely properly. So I was so confident, having made this 3 times, that I put in the invisible zip as well, and actually it went in beautifully, which is just completely typical. So what I'm going to have to do is unpick this seam here, unpick my zip, it breaks my heart, unpick this seam and take it out. And again, what I love about this dress is that it blouses out here, and that just makes me feel really comfortable. So it sits in really nicely into my lower back and then blouses out, and I love that. Absolutely love the way I got the pattern placement here. I'm really thrilled with that. So because of that, it made my waist look really shapeless. I say my waist, where my waist used to be. It made me look like really, really shapeless. So what I need to do is, and I've done like a bit of a semi alteration to it. I've put more fabric into the darts, and this part here has to be sewn in again. So again, I'm going to take it off. I'm actually going to make, I think, a second dart, and I'm going to take the whole thing up by 2 centimeters and sew the back on it again. And I know how much I have to shorten it by, because I've made a floor length, because this is a very dressy uppy wedding. Evening dress was on the invitation, so this is as evening dressy as I get, and it's floor length, which is actually, I really like that idea, because I have 1 pair of shoes that go with everything. I have 1 pair of shoes and 1 pair of sandals that goes with everything, and the shoes are pretty good with this, but they're not entirely, you know, they wouldn't be perfect. So, and I have to turn up the hem on my sleeve. So on top of that, because it's a December wedding and I feel, you know, a little bit of fur would be nice, I've made a little jacket from this fur that I have at the shop. I say I have in the shop, I haven't got it online yet. And I think it looks really cute with the dress. The one thing that I was slightly worried about was the fact that it has such huge sleeves in it, but I've tried on the jacket with it and the huge sleeves can kind of go in, so it's good. Now I have, so it's quite boxy. It is going to be shortened up to that pin, which is actually 3 inches up, so I kind of want it like really shorty, and it's got a little like a funnel collar on it. So I really like the whole look, which is really good, because if I didn't like it, I'd be in trouble by now, wouldn't I? This is the Pattern Scout Cozy jacket. So if you look on the website, this jacket is made up in lots of different types of fabrics. So you can make it up in woven and you can make it up in knit. Mostly kind of a casual jacket. So I've made a little toile out of this jacket. Well, actually it's a big toile because I made it too big. I went by my body measurements, and when I looked at the finished measurements, I did kind of think it was going to be a bit big, but I thought, well, do you know what, I'll go with it anyway, because I really fancy the look of this jacket. And I made it up in this fur, which I initially thought would look really nice with this fabric, and to be fair, it actually does, but I think I prefer the look of the black. I think it's a bit more kind of dressy up it, and I must say I love this jacket. So I'll show it to you over the dress, and you can see it's kind of got bright colours in it as well, so it matches the jacket. Pink lining on the inside. And there it is, and you know, I quite like it with it as well, but I feel the boxier jacket in the black is nicer. So I put a zip in it, and I really like that, but I feel I'm going to wear this more with like denim jeans and things. So this is actually the size 10, which measured up to my body measurements, but as you can see, it's very big, and where I do like it, I think the smaller one is nicer with the dress. But in saying that, I might wear it. You just never know. It's nice to have options. So this one is fully finished. Now, if you go looking at the Pattern Scout pattern, you'll see it's not actually lined, but I lined it. So it's all lined inside, and I have to say it was really easy to line. If I can, I'll do a little video through of that when I'm putting the lining into the black one. So yeah, that's how my outfit is coming on. So yeah, let me know what you think of that. Yeah, and I'm so thrilled that I've brought this fabric to life now as well, because I have such lovely memories of buying it, and it was Jason's birthday and Mary was with us, and we just had such an amazing trip to New York. So yeah, summer in New York dress made from fabric from Mood in New York. I've decided on Vlogmas this year I'm not going to open advent calendars. I'm really lucky to have the Jazz and Wow advent calendar, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I have opened it, and funnily enough this morning I already know what's in day one. I'm somebody I'm not bothered about having surprises spoiled at all, so I already know what's in day one, but I'm dying to open it, obviously, because I was up early this morning and I watched Tamlin's day one, and she was opening her advent calendars, and I watched it and thought, oh, that's really nice. And then I thought, oh, well, actually, I've got that as well. And then I watched Helen Stitch Rip Repeat this evening, and she has the gorgeous calendar as well. And so I've seen the gift twice. I also have a Candy Kittens It's Giving Season advent calendar, because my friend Jan always buys me an advent calendar, and I really love that she does that for me. It's really so nice. So I'm going to enjoy my Candy Kittens to this evening. And I've also got a jigsaw advent calendar, and I'm actually really looking forward to making this. I don't quite know where I'm going to make it though, to be fair, possibly in here, but it's got a really lovely picture when it's finished. So what I'd probably do is make that and just show you the picture of it each day. So I think that'll be a bit of fun. And today, it was just a day of, it never really stopped today. It was really lovely. I got my cotton and twine. I'm not worried about the address, it's the one at work. Everything comes to work. I got my cotton and twine cross-stitch subscription box, which I love getting. And I have to say, this is my third one, and I haven't done the other two yet. I love to do something in the evenings. I've no idea what's in that one. I might do like a little separate unboxing of it, or I might do it tomorrow. We'll see how I get on. I really love having something to do in the evenings. I've been knitting for the last couple of weeks, so I think it's really nice to come home in the evening and sit down and do something. And yeah, over the last couple of weeks, I've actually knitted myself a sweater. I have to sew it up yet. I finished it yesterday evening, but I do really love coming home and sitting down and yeah, doing something. So I'm going to open that tomorrow, I think, and see what's in it. I'm expecting it's something Christmassy, which could be really nice. And now that I've finished my jumper, it'll be nice to sit down and do some cross stitch. So, oh my goodness, this is 20 minutes of talking. So I will get on and edit this video together. I hope you enjoy it. It was a little bit sporadic, but I'm delighted to have shown you the outfit, and maybe tomorrow evening I can show you more of it made. Happy Vlogmas!